Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon channel. Andy O'Reilly, Dave Cackley. It is a Tuesday, and I'd like to start off with a fair and honest question.
Go ahead.
How do you even begin to talk about yesterday?
How? I don't know.
Everything that went on.
I don't think it's just head scratching, horrible, and I don't know what you do.
Everything just went downhill and continued to careen all day long.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you kidding me? We woke up to this, and that was the whole day.
Yeah.
And it never got better.
No, it didn't. It will, but it didn't.
No.
I mean, I'm an optimist, so things will get better.
You sure?
We move past this like we move past everything else.
Okay.
And we shall overcome.
What an awful day. I literally, at the end of the day yesterday, I couldn't even look at Facebook anymore. It was like between the shooting and then Tom Petty, and then is he dead, is he not dead? And then finally, I mean, you knew he wasn't going to be around. I mean,
as soon as you heard cardiac arrest and not responsive when they got there, it was he was done.
Oh. Thank you. Yeah, take sad. Monday and cram it, because I would never like to relive Monday again. Ever.
No, but you know what? And this is the way I look at things. Nowhere to go but up.
Yeah.
Sometimes you hit the bottom so hard that you bounce.
Yeah, well, that was enough. Monday was enough for me. Thank you very much. Give me something decent to live on. Well, lay it on me.
Okay. Well, we got to start sad. Actually, we got to start sad and get to sad. Even wouldn't say necessarily sadder, but anyway. According to authorities, the gunman who opened fire on a country music festival in Las Vegas had 23 firearms inside his hotel room. Officials say Craig Paddock had an additional 19 firearms at his home in Mesquite, Nevada. So far, 59 people have been confirmed dead, more than 500 wounded, in the largest mass shooting in U.S. history. Once again, Facebook erupted with both sides coming at it with, don't take our guns. On the side, we're gonna, we need gun control now.
Right.
And Jimmy Kimmel cries again, and Jimmy Kimmel grew up in Nevada, so I'm not saying those were crocodile tears. I think those were genuine. That's how he really feels. But it's always a bad time to enact legislation in the wake of emotion. We saw this after 9/11, where we get into a war we probably shouldn't have gotten into based on emotion. Something horrific like this happens, and we talked about this yesterday. We talked about it many times. You can't defend yourself against this. You can't. You try to enact laws, because there's not a single piece of gun control legislation that would have stopped this. Now, if you want to go at it from a gun control angle, I think you can go at it from a let's try and lessen the body count, and I think that's reasonable. I think people are going to, but if you say, okay, we're going to try and stop this by enacting this law, it's not going to happen, because you're not going to stop it. So it'll be interesting to see if anything comes of this. I'm like I said, we gotta figure out what this guy was doing, what his reasoning was. We're going to find all that out, obviously, in the coming days, hopefully. But for now, you just take a wait and see.
How are we going to find out for sure?
Well, no, the investigation as far as what are his.
Did he leave a manifesto? Is there anything written down? I mean, they supposedly got this woman he was with.
Right. Now, have we converted? That was his girlfriend. I
have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. And why speculate? I mean, because that the speculation part of all this is what gets everybody in a stir, and we went through it yesterday too with the whole Tom Petty thing.
Yeah,
everybody's speculating, everybody's wondering, everybody's making their hypotheses turned into theory, and slow down, folks.
Absolutely,
slow down.
Hey, speaking of Tom Petty, sad news in the world of music. Tom Petty dies. Just after suffering cardiac arrest. Tom Petty was taken to UCLA Medical Center but could not be revived. Tom Petty was 66 years old. Best concert I ever saw, 1990 Full Moon Fever tour. You were there. This is before you and I had ever met. Yep. You were in a drunken stupor.
Oh, Tim and I got just hammered on the way to that show.
Palace of Auburn Hills.
Yep.
Best show, saw it from the fifth row. Best seats I ever had at a concert. Lenny Kravitz opened up.
Yep.
Phenomenal show. I've loved it. When I was a DJ in Kalamazoo, one of my favorite days of the week was the 3 for Thursday when I could play a triple shot of Tom Petty and just ignore the phones, ignore requests, and just immerse myself in vocal and lyrical genius.
What's your favorite Tom Petty song?
Don't Do Me Like That.
Really?
Damn the Torpedoes. I also like some. Petty's one of those artists that I also like some of his deeper cuts that maybe other people either don't know or don't think about. Like Jammin' Me was great.
Love Jammin' Me.
I loved Zombie Zoo off Full Moon Fever was a good tune.
Yep.
Just the laundry list after laundry list of phenomenal tunes, and obviously he'll be missed.
I like the title track to Wildflowers a lot.
Yes, that was
good.
That's
a beautiful song.
She's the One soundtrack.
Learning to Fly.
Was good. Learning
was
to Fly
really, really good song. Yeah, he could really touch a nerve, man. He could really get, really, he was great. And then the Traveling Wilbury stuff.
Oh God. Very underrated.
Huge.
Very underrated. Incredible. Sad day. Supreme Court will not take up a challenge to a Michigan law that allows the state to temporarily take away local officials' authority during financial crises and appoint an emergency manager. An emergency manager was in place during the Flint water crisis. Those bringing the lawsuits say emergency managers have been appointed in areas with large black populations, but not in similar areas with majority white populations. I don't know why this becomes a racial issue, but for some reason it has. I mean, you're about to enter the political world with your 91st representative candidate. What do you feel about these emergency managers being put in place? I mean, I think if the local, I'm pro local, but if the local officials are mismanaging money and not handling things, and the city is borderline bankrupt, somebody's got to step in.
I think you have to look at it at a case-by-case basis.
Right.
I think if the local municipalities and then the people that are on the city councils and the boards and things like that they're there for the right reasons and they want to do the right thing. You hope for their communities and things like that. But
ideally,
there are some of them may have limited knowledge when it comes to huge financial dealings and things like that. You gotta kind of factor that. Like if it came down to me, and this could be good or bad for me, I don't know. But if it came down to me in a huge financial thing, I would have to say somebody else needs to take care of this.
Yeah.
I would have to admit that I'm just not that remarkable when it comes to financial and money issues, and say I need a hand with this.
See, and that's a positive. Some people look at that as a negative. I look at that as a positive. That's somebody who's self-aware, because nobody's an expert on everything.
Right.
And for you to be able to say, you know what, this is something I'm going to need assistance with. I'm going to need to talk to somebody who knows more about this than I do.
Right.
Some people look at that as a negative. I'm saying, you know what, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a positive thing.
Well, and that I would have to defer. I would have to say, look, I need help with this, and help me find my way through it.
And that happens, if you think, that happens at the highest level of office. When you're talking about the President of the United States, you got to listen to military advisors, you got to listen to economic advisors, people who literally know more than you. And there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I don't know about as much about this as this next person. Right. I need a little help.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, that's why we have accountants, for God's sake.
See?
Anyway, what else is going on? There you go. Addiction and recovery stories will be the focus of a live discussion in Muskegon today.
Yes.
Shattering the myths, drugs impacting Muskegon County will be broadcast from Muskegon Community College to hundreds of middle and high school students from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. The discussion is hosted by Muskegon prosecutor DJ Hilson's office in cooperation with community partners. Hilson says he hopes the discussion will help parents identify the early stages of drug use and how to help. I know this obviously touches a nerve with you.
Sure. We had DJ on last week on Positively talking about this, and I applaud his efforts. His efforts are directed at young people. He wants to cut it off quick as you can when you get to these young people. And I mean, you look at my history, dude. It started with 12.
Yeah.
I'd sneak out to the garage and drink half a beer, and by the time I got to be 33, it was a couple gallons of whiskey a week.
Yeah.
I mean, these things, they start young and they continue to grow, and I applaud his efforts for trying to get to these young people. I mean, it's a delicate subject, But you're talking about with kids here, but that's when you got to catch them.
And trying to help out the parents identify it, too.
Yeah.
Now, when you were going through that as a 12, 13, up to 16, 17 years old, how aware do you think your parents were of what was going on? Or were you able to hide it pretty well?
I think I hid it pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, because we were one of those families that alcohol was never really a taboo thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? There was always beer in the fridge in the garage, and we kept wine around the house, and
Right.
liquor bottles and things like that. So, and I think too that
it's a different time too.
Well, a little bit, but again, too, no parent wants to see their kids start off drinking and things like that. So, when it was a beer or two here or there, they don't come up missing. But long about the time you started to swipe 6 of them at a time to head up to the party up the street, I think an eyebrow or two may have gotten raised.
Yeah.
The old man's like, you don't know anything about those 6 beers that we're going, do you? Nope. But by then,
did you ever get caught or get in trouble?
Huh?
Did you ever get caught or get in serious trouble
I got the for my mom a few times. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, but dude, what do you do?
Right.
You can't stop a runaway train, man.
Absolutely. Sports. Monday Night Football, Kansas City knocks off Washington 29-20 despite the 2 touchdown passes from Holland Christian and Michigan State alum Kirk Cousins. Speaking of which, we got Michigan State coming up on Saturday night at the Big House. Sparty's 3-1. Michigan is undefeated. I've come up with a bet.
Okay.
That I'm actually betting you won't have the stones to take me up on. It doesn't involve money.
Really?
This is what I'm proposing.
Okay.
Michigan wins. I will shave my head completely. I will have the Andy O completely shown dome.
Okay, if Michigan State wins, what do I have to
Michigan State wins, you have to regrow your hair for a month.
No.
Come on. I knew it.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I'm willing to
it.
take it all off.
No, I can't do it.
You won't make you don't have enough confidence in your Wolverines.
No, I do.
Michigan's
I have
at home.
confidence in them.
Michigan's at home.
I can't bear to go 4 days without shaving it off.
That's why there's a risk involved. This is an actual
risk.
It's a risk. Well, it's a risk for you. It's a risk for me. Hey, dude.
No.
I don't know what I'm going to look like completely.
You shaved your head, all you'd have is a bigger point.
Look, hey, I'm taking on more of it. I've got to go on TV completely.
So do I.
Completely chrome dome. This would just grow out for a month. You don't even know how much would grow out.
I can't do that. I can't take that.
You don't have that much confidence in Michigan. Michigan is favored in this game. I'm the one taking the bigger risk. Michigan State's the underdog.
Well, good.
I'm not
at
Michigan.
Throw a few bucks on it.
You're a wuss. You're a wuss. This is
I can't take the itchy.
This is just think about this from podcast purposes. This is a much better bet than cash.
No, it's not.
It's better for TV. It's better for podcast. You got to look at it from that perspective instead of the Andy, I don't like hair perspective.
No.
Also, Michigan's a heavy favorite. No. I'm telling you, you're going to get a lot of pressure from Facebook for you to take this bet.
No, I'm not taking it.
I think you should do it.
No,
I'm not going to.
No,
really,
can't grow hair.
Listen out.
Hate it.
Unbelievable.
No way.
I knew I knew you would have.
Hey, wait, no, I got some sports news for you too.
Go ahead.
Robert Yates. You know who Robert Yates is?
Don't know who Robert Yates is.
He was the car owner of Dale Jarrett.
Okay.
All through the 90s, Robert Yates Racing.
Okay.
He passed away yesterday. Cancer got him.
Very sad.
Yeah, it's terrible. But no, I'm not taking your crappy hair bet. No.
I think that's the best bet we could have.
I think it's wonderful, and guess what? I'm not going to grow my hair out because I can't take the itchiness, and no, absolutely not. Nope.
Believe it.
All right, have a great Tuesday.